I used to think this was a question with a clear answer. Either you're a long-term investor, calm and patient, or an active trader, fast and precise. Two different worlds, two different mindsets. But everything changed when I began my journey with broker capital trade consulting Pete Lundy, because suddenly I found myself somewhere in between. At the beginning, I was drawn to active trading. It felt alive. Every movement mattered, every decision had an immediate result. There was something almost addictive about watching the market respond in real time. I remember reading a review capital trade consulting PTE Lundy where someone described trading as a conversation with the market. That really resonated with me because it does feel like that. You act, the market responds, and you learn. Through Forex Capital Trade Consulting PT Ltd, I started experiencing that rhythm firsthand. Short-term movements, quick decisions, constant awareness. It taught me focus, discipline, and the importance of timing. But over time, I also discovered something else, something quieter. Long-term investing. At first, it felt almost too slow. Where was the excitement? Where was the action? Using ctcpteltd.com, I began to explore this slower approach, and what I found was a different kind of confidence. Instead of reacting to every fluctuation, I started observing trends, allowing ideas to develop over time. At one point, I came across a review ctcpteltd.com that described long-term investing as trusting the process. That idea stayed with me because it requires a different kind of strength, the ability to wait. There were moments when I felt pulled in both directions. The excitement of trading, the calm of investing, and for a while, I thought I had to choose. That one must be better than the other. Through Forex ctcpteltd.com, I realized something important. These approaches aren't competitors. They serve different purposes. Trading sharpens your awareness. Long-term investing builds stability. My opinion, Capital Trade Consulting PTE Ltd evolved as I learned to combine both perspectives. It wasn't about choosing a label. It was about understanding how each approach fits into my personal rhythm. I also noticed a change within myself. I became more flexible, less attached to one way of thinking. I allowed my strategy to adapt depending on the situation, the market, and even my own state of mind. Now, when I think about this question, long-term versus active, I don't look for a winner. I look for balance. Because success doesn't come from choosing one path perfectly. It comes from understanding when each path is needed. And maybe that's the real insight. Investing isn't about fitting into a category. It's about discovering what works for you and allowing that to evolve over time. Because in the end, the best strategy isn't the fastest or the slowest. It's the one that keeps you moving forward with clarity and confidence.